Hello. How are you on this, at least in the UK, bright and sunny day? Question for you. Are you running on empty? Do you feel like you're on your knees at the moment? Are you even feeling guilty about it? Now, my name's Sonia Gavira, for those of you who don't know me, and I am passionate about working with people like you to help you become the leader that you really want to be, and possibly the leader that we all need, and enjoy the process as well. And I felt compelled to come on here live today because I have had some amazing people that I work with come to me this week saying, using exactly those words, saying, and I've written them down, Sonia, I'm on my knees. I feel like I've got nothing left. And I'm usually such a resilient person, and yet I haven't got anything to draw on, and I'm feeling really guilty and really bad about it. And I say more than usual, and also people that I wouldn't necessarily expect that from. And so I felt compelled to come on here and really talk to that and see if I could offer some support in any way. And if you're here live and you've got a question about it or an idea, please feel free to let me know. Hopefully I'll see the comments come in. And if you've got any questions, then I'm happy to answer them. Now, as I say, I've had more clients than usual expressing this, and in exactly those ways. I've got one person that I know who's suffering really badly from eczema at the moment, and eczema on her hands. I've got another client that I've literally just put the phone down to who's really struggling with the new routine of the kids going to school. And has said, you know, on the one hand, it's fabulous, I've got all this time to focus, but I'm really struggling with that routine. I've got somebody else who said, I just can't seem to make decisions. I just don't feel like myself. And this one client who said to me, I'm usually so resilient, Sonia, and I just can't find it. And this isn't me, and I'm feeling really guilty about it. So I don't know if any of you are in this same position, but I want to talk to it in a couple of different ways. One is with a question, first of all. If you're in this position, if I ask you the question, are you tired or are you feeling empty? Are you running on empty? Because they're not the same thing. If you're tired, the solution is to rest. Okay, the solution, and whatever that rest might mean. So the solution will be to go to sleep, get more sleep, get better food, take some time out, rest. Okay, but if you're running on empty, the solution to that is to add fuel. So you need to replenish. You need to find a way to fill you up with whatever that is. And one of my clients, the one actually who was talking about resilience, one of the things that she decided to do was to close her laptop at 5:30, end her day at 5:30 and go bake a cake. And she was also going to take her lunch hour and go out for a walk. So she was feeling empty, and it wasn't about getting more sleep. It wasn't about resting. It was definitely about doing something that would fill her up. So what is it that you need to do? Do you need to rest, or do you need to fill yourself up? And I'd encourage you to put that down in the comments below, because once you see it there, then you'll do something about it. Yeah. So let me know what it is. Let me know what it is that you need for yourself. Now, the other angle that I want to talk about it from is this angle of resilience. And those of you who are usually quite resilient and maybe proud of that, and have through this period done really well, and now are feeling a lack of resilience. and in a way feeling a little bit guilty about it in whichever way. Now, I want you to understand, really understand what resilience is. And one of the best ways that I can describe it is by using an analogy of going to the gym. Okay, so if you go to the gym, and I don't know if any of you lift weights of any type, or even if it's just body weight, and a couple of days later, you get what is called DOMS. And I always have to look this up. It's delayed onset muscle soreness. And you get this pain. Sometimes it can be really bad. I've tried sitting down after a session at the gym, and it's been interesting to watch, put it that way. And what it is, what's actually happening is as you push yourself and you either lift heavier weights or you push yourself to go for longer on something, what happens is you are working the muscle in a way where there are lots of little micro tears that happen. And then the body, what it does is it has an inflammation response to it. And that causes the pain. And then after a few days, it will ease and that muscle gets stronger. So resilience is like a muscle. Imagine that you usually pick up 5 kilogram weights and now you go for 7 or God forbid 10. Okay. And you go for that exercise where you're stretching and flexing and pulling that muscle and you get these little tears. Now, the solution to DOMS isn't necessarily to stop. It is to take it easier, but it's to do things gently. So to stretch, to maybe go for a swim, for a cycle, something gently, something that is going to stretch that muscle and help it get stronger and help it heal. And then the soreness goes away. Now, think about resilience in the same way. Many of us have been full out working in the gym, tackling everything that life has been throwing at us. Yeah. And our muscles were built to a certain level. And then they've been stretched, maybe over the last few months, maybe just over the last few weeks, and have been stretched to the point that they are sore. Okay. And that we are sore. So just pushing through, just carrying on lifting the same amount, just carrying on attacking the next thing and the next challenge that it comes up for us isn't the solution. Okay. The solution is to realize that we've reached a little level that we need to now stretch into the next one. We need to stretch out our resilience and take some time to really feel where it is, really feel exactly what it is that's pushing us, and look after ourselves. Look after ourselves so that we can then pick up the next heavy thing. That's what's happening. And if you look after yourself, then there'll be more to give. So I looked up this quote over here because I was looking up for a quote that really expressed this, and I love what Katie Reed says. And she describes herself as a writer, as a blogger. You can look her up, and she says, and she does a lot around mental health. And she says, self-care is giving the world the best of you instead of what's left of you. So you need to look after yourself so that you've then got more to give other people. So what I'd like you to do, if you haven't done it already, is let me know in the comments, what's one thing that you are going to do to look after yourself? What's one thing that you're going to do to stretch that resilience muscle, if that's what you need to do? What's one thing that you're going to do to replenish yourself or to ease the fatigue? Yeah. And that is what will be really useful. Yes, Louise, thank you for being here. And Katie's comment is wonderful and so true. And sometimes we feel guilty about not being able to give people what we want to give people, but we need to look after ourselves first so that we can give them our best. So in summary, figure out, are you tired or are you running on empty? If you're tired, rest. Yeah. And if you are running on empty, refuel yourself. So Louise, you say that you've gone part-time in COVID and you're going to stay that way post-COVID. Fabulous. Let me know what's it given you? What's it allowed you to do that really fills you up and means that you can give your best to the world? So absolutely figure out, tired or empty. If it's tired, rest. If it's empty, do something to replenish yourself. Yeah. If you're struggling with your resilience, then do stretching. Yeah. Stretch that muscle so that you get rid of that pain and you can ease into the next part of the journey and be able to take on it. Sometimes it's more and sometimes it's just different. Yeah, so do that. And then the third thing is just realize that this is part of the journey, and it's linked to what I've just said. It's part of the journey that we're all on, and part of that journey is taking care of yourself. So Katie's quote again, self-care is giving the world the best of you instead of what's left of you. So focus on building the best of you and resting into that. So I hope that's been really helpful. If it has, please share it with somebody that you know. And if you've got any questions, then let me know. And no worries, Louise. It's part of being live and doing everything on your phone, and having to ring back. Lovely to see you here. And yeah, you're more focused at work.